I don't even know what I'm going to title this video, but what's good, YouTube? It's your favorite guru for Timu, and we're going to be talking about my recap for the day, just trading overall as a day trader. Now, today wasn't a bad trade, and I just want to talk about not a bad trade. Today wasn't a bad day. I just want to talk about the struggles of being a day trader, right? Because there be days where you don't feel like trading, which it's not any days where I don't feel like trading, not necessarily, but it be days where I don't know, like trading just isn't in my interest, and it just feels like it's draining me. You know what I'm saying? And not just even like when I'm winning, it just seems draining. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if y'all had the same what's the name, but I do want to talk about this trade today, and this is the reason I want to talk about it. As y'all boys can see here, this looks like an amazing trade right here, right? Amazing trade. And I'm going to show y'all boys, if I still got that recording, I'm going to put it at the end of me calling the trade out and it just running without me. But this is what I mean as a struggle for a trader, right? As y'all can see, I missed this entry by 1 point. My entry was at 515. Well, I think it was at 512. But I called out 515 in my Discord server right here. Actually, I can show y'all boys. This is a trade I just took. We are still green for today, so I'm not upset. But right here, 515, right? Called out 515 in my A1 chat. Shout out to A1 traders, right? And today, was just a weird trading day. Today was just a weird trading day. We dumped super heavy, then we came back all the way up here. Now we're dumping again, and now it just was like now we're in chop. But yeah, this trade right here, I don't know what I just did. I just did something on accident. I don't know what I did though. This trade right here would have fed families, right? One contract would have made me 1,700. You know what I'm saying? This is a funded account. I want to make bread on the funded account. You know what I'm saying? Which we did end up catching a buy trade when we pulled back right here. We did end up catching this little buy trade. I didn't ride this all the way out because, like I was saying, I was already drained from this trade because I was upset that it missed us. Who us is me and my homie. We were on the phone trading. But yeah, okay, let's just go over this stuff. First off, boom, let's go to the 15 minute. Now on the 15 minute, we draw our standard deviations. Draw this out like that. Then put on our standard deviation. Right? As y'all can see, we came for Asia standard deviation, we came all the way down to the 4. Tapped the 4, -4, and went up right here. And then for London's, which would be right here, all the way to up here like that, we came to the 2 area, right? So both of these, both Asia and London standard deviation were set up. So that was part of my entry model right there too. But I'm going to show y'all how much I have improved with the order flow and stuff like that, because I don't know if y'all know, but last week I was telling y'all I was learning order flow. I improved a lot off of it. And for this buy trade, simple 15-minute retracement, came into this 15-minute area. I seen that we were getting absorption at these lows, but I'm gonna show y'all the order flow right now though. Also came through. We didn't make an SMT here, but if we would have made an SMT right there, this would have been yeah, we did make an SMT right here, actually. Never mind, I just peeped that. Okay, yeah, we ended up taking out these lows on ES, but NASDAQ took out these lows, but ES did not. Tap to what, a 1 hour wick too. Let's delete these standard deviations. Yeah, 1 hour wicks. We took out these lows, like I said. NASDAQ took out these lows, but ES did not. ES failed to do that. So that's your SMT right there. So that's part of the strategy. As y'all boys know, I trade accumulation, manipulation, and distribution, the power of 3. We accumulated right here. We manipulated, and I was expecting us to push up like we were doing today. I'm expecting us to come back into this range up here and then proceed downwards. But with how this is looking, we might go up to all-time highs, because I believe ES is at all-time highs. I think it's right there. ES is right here to all-time highs, and NASDAQ is down here. So I do think we might come to all-time highs today, because because we are printing higher high, higher low, higher low. But if we are going to continue downwards, we have to do it right now. You know what I'm saying? We just have to do it right now. But right now, I see bullish price action in the market, but that doesn't matter. My bias was bullish though for the day. What else? SMT sweep of liquidity right here as well. So let's mark that out. Liquidity sweep. SMT created. Standard deviation levels knocked out. 1 hour order block. Probably a 4 hour for value gap. Nah, just 4 hour liquidity sweep. Yep. Now we go to the order flow, and I'm gonna explain what I seen during the order flow and during the trading. But yeah, just going over the struggle of day trading. It's just some days, like I told y'all, some days you just feel like you're just killing it, and then one L just seems like, and this used to hit me a lot, but I see it with my students as well. It just seems like it crushes you. You know what I'm saying? And in reality, it's just your mental, gang. I'm gonna keep it a band. Like when I used to get upset with the trades I took, or when I used to have bad days, or when I'm saying that like I don't have a bad day. I had a bad day yesterday, but when I just struggled hard with trading and keeping my mental right and keeping my head in the game and stuff like that, when I had that, when I was going through that, I'd be on a good winning streak and I get hit with it, like felt like a truck when I take an L, because I couldn't take an L. It just felt like if I took an L, I just doubted myself as a trader, right? And in reality, that you're not a bad trader, right? If you compare which I hope, but if you compare your wins to your losses, you should have a lot more wins, right? Even if you don't have a lot more wins, your wins should be so much bigger than your losses that when you look back at it, you're like, dang, I can actually really do this. And that's where I really improved upon. I started looking at myself and was like, man, I'm really not a bad trader, right? Like when I became profitable, which is like end of last year, right? When I actually got into this stuff heavy, I was just like, dude, I'm not even just bad. Like I had a whole breakdown, not breakdown like crime, but I don't know if y'all heard, but I don't know if I told y'all, but like I just was going through a lot mentally, right? Girlfriend left me, trading wasn't doing what I was supposed to. I was just over trading, trying to make some money quick as possible, and it just wasn't a good. My mindset just wasn't good, and if you don't have a good mindset, you will not be a good trader. Like one L would make me feel like I just sucked. I just be like, dude, like what am I doing wrong? Why is it so hard for me? Then blah 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 blah. Just making an excuse just sounded like a P word. I'm not gonna cuss on here, but yeah though, struggling and losing is part of this whole entire gist of trading, right? I don't want y'all to be in your head a lot thinking that you're a bad trader, because that's what makes you a bad trader. If you think, oh, I'm just a bad trader, sorry to tell you, buddy, but you're gonna become a bad trader. That's just how life works. Whatever you think, therefore you are, man. You know what I'm saying? So as a man think it, then he. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. I think I said it wrong, but y'all know what I'm talking about. But going back over the order flow, my bad for rambling. I ended up, so we ended up catching. Okay, this trade over here was at 8 o'clock. No, 8:45. Okay. So we're going back to 8:45. 8:24. What today is the? Okay, right here. 8:45. So we came down and tapped into. Yeah, all right. That's it right here. Perfect. All right. So this candle right here tells me, actually, let's change these. Now let's not actually change them because we're gonna mess some up. So how I ended up catching this trade right here though, how did I see this trade about to be played out and stuff like that? First off, I did expect us to come around the 550s, 559 I think, and stuff like that. I ended up thinking we were going to come to 559, so like right here, and then push up, which we did get a rejection, but I didn't enter because once we got a rejection, we came through, and I was waiting for a retracement to see if we're going to actually hold that level, and we didn't hold. It ran straight through it. So then I started looking for more levels here, and I was kind of rambling through it, but what I did end up seeing was these slopes off right here, right? This slope off where we dipped down. And on the candlestick chart, we had a what's this thing called? We had liquidity over here, and then on my execution tab, we just go back in time. What today is if we go to today, which is the 27th, we go to 8:40. Let's go to 8:40 today. Boom. This is what I seen too. So this is what I was looking at for the charts for today. This is 8:40. And so okay, if we just play this out, right? I'm gonna just play this whole thing out and just go over my entire thought process. All right, so now we're in a balanced price range. This is the weekly time frame, meaning weekly volume profile, and we're in the balanced price range right here, right? So we know when we get here, we're going to be choppy. We get a lot of chop, but we ended up running through this entire thing. We were just like, forget it, we're gonna run through it. So we can expect a reaction right here off of this volume profile right here, but as you can see, we ended up getting a reaction. 8:30 ended up, oh, was this not 8:30? Yeah, this is 8:28. Dang, I started at the wrong time. Okay, so boom, we ended up, this is 8:30, so my bad. I started at the wrong time. We ended up breaking through this area. You could have gotten in for sales right here, entered in for sales, and after we broke the area, but I didn't, right? I was trying to see what we were going to do for today. I wanted to see where I can get in for buys. Like I said, I was looking for five, dang, I couldn't have been looking for 5:59. 8 o'clock. Oh, that was at 8 o'clock. We were at 8:30. Okay, yeah. So, my bad. So before the whole thing, I was looking at the trade at around 8 o'clock, and we didn't end up getting it, and we ended up coming down. We ended up dumping down during pre-market right here, right? We ended up dumping down during pre-market, and now I'm looking in and looking for buys right here now, right? I'm looking for buys. 15. This is 8:30. So this is on. If we look at the candlestick chart right here, we can see that we got it faked out, and we should be dropping down. Yeah, we're dropping down now, right? So now I don't take trades during opening and stuff like that. I usually just wait to take a trade before I go into opening. Before I take a trade, I wait for opening like 5 minutes after that, and then I take a trade. My bad, I suck at explaining things, but I'm just trying to, start getting pushed up. Then we're coming back down, and as y'all can see, the candles doesn't actually move. It's moving 5 times faster than it normally do, but it's still just a lightsaber candle, right? It's not really going anywhere. Now we're starting to drop, right? Now we should get that pushed down. Which candle would this be? This 8:30 opening, 5 minute. This would be this candle right here. Okay, bet. We might want to speed it up a little bit more. Yeah, give us a little bit more speed so we can get this thing rocking and rolling. All right, boom. There we go. And that's that drop, right? So I want to pause it right here. Oh, I just did something wrong. I want to pause it right there, right? So, boom. Going on to this chart because we can see what's going on right here, right? So, going into this chart, well, we can stay on this one. Looking at this, it's obvious selling pressure right here in the market. Now, a lot of people would try to buy, and that's where a lot of people go wrong at. And that's why a lot of people fail at trading because of the fact that they're trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? They're trying to bottom tick and predict the market. When in reality, we don't have any buying pressure inside of the market right now at all. If we're looking on the DOM, No buying pressure for real. If we let's not go to the down. Let's go to the footprint chart. As we look on the footprint chart, all of this is red. The delta is red. Everything shows us that we're going on a downtrend. We have sellers are winning right now. You get what I'm saying? And so we should not be trying to fight against sellers right now for buys. We should wait for buys to come inside of the market in order for us to take a actual trade, right? So let's keep on going. And this is why a lot of people struggle at. They struggle with understanding that the market is going to let it do what it's going to do and then take your trade. So now 500, right? 500 is a good spot. This is a psychological number, right? This psychological number, a lot of people are putting in buy orders, and we can see that we're starting to get buyers. Going back into the footprint chart, we can see that we're starting to get buyers. And now you don't need this stuff that I'm using, but this is a great way to break it down for y'all, even for the new traders and stuff like that. We can see that we're starting to get buyers that come inside of the market, right? We're getting a little bit of absorption at the 500s and stuff like that. A little bit of absorption, but eventually we're gonna fill up this area, fill up this candle, and then we're gonna push back down eventually, right? This is 845. Oh, this is 845. Never mind, I lied to you. I lied. All right, there we go. We actually did get a push down. Okay, never mind. I didn't lie. So boom. Now, my level was going to be 515, right? And there was a reason. I can't see this right here. I don't know if y'all can see this. You have to turn up your brightness, right? But let me look at my screen over here. So boom. Okay, bet. So let me keep letting this play out. So what I ended up seeing is right over here around 515, we got an increase of volume right here, right? So let's pause right there. We're at, let's 515. Where's 515? Right, 515 is right here, right? Got an increase of volume. As you can see, all of this is called stacked imbalances. We got a bunch of stacked imbalances where the market was supposed to sell off it. Where not actually sell off. We got a lot of buying pressure coming in, and buyers are actually trying to win now. Now we see that buyers are fighting, right? Now this is how I picked this level. And we go to this. Looking at the TPO chart, we're at 487. Looking at the TPO chart, I see this little peak right here. This little small peak right here, right? And this is important because it lines up with, if we see this little bell curve. Why is it doing that? We look at this little bell curve. I'm gonna mark it out, and a bell curve is just like this little lump right here, and then the volume smooths out. The volume gets smooth. Why is it doing that? The volume gets smooth around the 515 to like 517. That's where the volume gets smoothed at. So boom, that tells me it's a low amount of volume right there. So I can be looking for buying or selling pressure to come back in. Now if we look on the candlestick chart, we're seeing that we just ended up reversing off of this level over here, and we see that sellers, we should have been beat by sellers right down here. This is absorption, right? We should have been beat. Sellers should have been pushing the price down because the delta is negative, but they just mean passive buyers are in now. So all of this down here ended up getting absorbed. So let's keep letting that play out. Now just watch over here. Let me mark this out. Watch for this range right here. Watch what we do. Let's go. Hold on. Let me pause this. Now let's go to the 1 minute. Excuse me. Now watch what we do in this range right here, right? We hit this box. Now I don't usually trade during the 1 minute. I use the 5 minute. But as we can see, We see we should have won. Sellers still should have won down here, but we're still going up. Then when we got a bunch of sell orders right here, and it ended up pushing us down. Now we're gonna chop for a little bit. But I want to show y'all cases of getting absorbed. Like I said, the absorption is where we should have went up, right? We should have went up right here. I mean, went down right here, right? Now we're printing up. And I think this is where we got absorbed at. Right here, we should have went down because more sellers are here, right? So we should have been pushing price down, but buyers stepped in, right? Buyers ended up stepping in and ended up pushing us up to the upside. Now we can see that we're actually printing out more blue, which would be positive delta, than negative delta, right? That's up, and boom, now we're going up higher, right? Now we're going up higher, and I think this is where I ended up getting missed. Yeah, I got missed by a tick right here, right? Let's stop it. Right here, we got tapped. We at 516 is where it hit. 516, it hit, and my limit was at 515, and it didn't. It wasn't just a bad trade or anything like that. I'm not upset with the whole entire that I missed it, but it's just like this can kill somebody's spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, imagine you just went on a losing streak, or you just took an L and you want to get in for buys right here, and it runs without you. You know what I'm saying? But my best advice is to keep your head in the game. Don't let one L, don't let a loss, don't let miss entry, don't let anything break you as a trader, because if you allow that to break you, then trading just is going to overall be hard for you. You're not going to improve on it. You're not going to get better at trading. You have to adapt inside of the market. What I could have done here is, once I seen that price was not breaking below these lows, I wasn't looking at the footprint chart, but when I seen price wasn't breaking below these lows, I could have entered in up around here, or whenever I seen good buying pressure, I could have entered in at this candle right here, catching that up. I could have entered in on the shooting star where the candle was going up right here. I just didn't like this wickless candle and stuff like that, so I didn't enter. But yeah, that's essentially the trade. Great trade in my opinion. Great trade. I'm sorry this took so long, but yeah, I want to break this down, tell y'all that anybody goes through stuff, everybody goes through stuff. Trading is a struggle itself. Don't let it beat you up, man. God loves y'all boys though. I'll catch y'all in another video. Peace out.